UFC Fight Night, Kape versus Almabaev. Most confident picks all the way down to our least confident picks of the card. We're going to start with the main event, Manel Kape, Asu Almabaev, end it with the preliminary fights of Charles Johnson and Ramazan Tamarov, and give you guys my percentage chance. I think every single fighter is going to go out there and win on Saturday afternoon. Of course, if you do want to see all the bets that I am making for this UFC Fight Night, Asu Almabaev versus Manel Kape, we have all the money lines, all the props, all the parlays, everything posted on a weekly basis, and I think 4 or 5 other great perks as well. When you become a member, the pinned comment is down below in the comment section if you do want to become a channel member and get all of the perks included with my bets. Of course, we are going to give you my most confident picks, and now we start with Charles Johnson and Ramazan Tamarov. The first fight of the night, Charles is the underdog. He is the underdog. If we look at the betting odds really quickly, this is an underdog prediction for Charles Johnson to go out there and win. He's at plus 116, plus 118 at the best you're going to get Charles Johnson as of right now. And I do believe Charles Johnson wins a very close decision against Ramazan Tamarov here. 29-28 in the later rounds. Am I super confident? Not necessarily, as Ramazan is very dangerous early on in those fights and could pose a threat with the significant knockout power that he does have. But I am going to go Charles Johnson, and I am going to go Charles Johnson at 55% as an underdog here in the UFC flyweight division. Feeling decently good on Charles Johnson to go out there and get the win. Then you got Luana Carolina. She's a slight favorite. I feel a little bit better than the odds on this one. She's at minus 130 right now, which is, again, it's kind of like 55, 56%, right around where I have Charles Johnson. I'm feeling a little bit better. I think 60% is good for Luana Carolina. She's the better striker, has good takedown defense, and overall, that's kind of the way you need to go out there and fight a girl like Montana De La Rosa. So, feeling decent on Luana Carolina. She's not a huge favorite, but I feel a little bit more confident than the betting odds have her. Lucas Almeida, he's an underdog, a significant underdog at that, in the UFC featherweight division at plus 170. I do not agree with these odds at all. I think Lucas Almeida should be the favorite, and I think this is going to be a 29-28 back and forth split decision war in the featherweight division. I'm not confident at all in Lucas Almeida. I recognize this fight could literally go either way on the judges' scorecards. I don't expect the finish, and I expect it to be a coin flip decision. And I lean Lucas Almeida because of the power, and I think he'll defend a lot of the takedowns from Danny Silva, but we shall see. Should be an interesting one in the featherweight division. Andrea Lee, another underdog. A lot of underdogs to start this card, and this one is in the flyweight division. Andrea Lee, as of right now, she's at plus 167 on the betting odds. The best you can get is plus 170 on Andrea Lee, my bad. We had Angela Hill last week on that UFC fight night, and I was feeling really, really good about her, and she was able to get the win. Andrea Lee, on the other hand, is just like Lucas Almeida. I am not at all confident in Andrea Lee, but I'm a little bit more confident than I am on Lucas Almeida, so I'm going to go 52% for Andrea Lee to go out there and get the win. We got John Castaneda next. I'm feeling more than 2-1, so definitely more than 66%, but not by much at all. 67%, a 2-1 favorite there for John Castaneda. The actual odds have him at a little bit more, so I'm not as confident as the betting odds are suggesting on John Castaneda. I am more confident the odds are suggesting with Andrea Lee, Lucas Almeida, Luana Carolina, and Charles Johnson. Then we got Kape Mariscal in the featherweight division. He's a massive favorite. Like, I'm talking a really, really massive favorite. 5-1 as the biggest favorite of this card by far from anyone else. I think Mario Pinto is the number 2. I'm not feeling, I think minus 500 is like 80-something percent, 84% confidence. I'm feeling 3-1. I'm going to go 75% for Kape Mariscal to go out there and get the win. Not super confident at all for Kape to get the win, but 3-1 seems about right for me. Danny Barlow, I think he's a 3-1 favorite, which is crazy. Should not be that big of a favorite at all. We're definitely going to lighten that one a little bit. I'm not even as confident in Danny Barlow than I am with John Castaneda. I'm going to go 64%. I'm a little bit less than 2-1 confident on Danny Barlow to go out there and get the win. He should not be this big of a favorite. Having a split decision with Nikolay Veretinikov in the last fight, that's not a good look at all. William Gomis, Amil, he's also a very, very big favorite here. Minus 210 in the featherweight division. Pretty big favorite. I kind of agree. I really, again, I've been making it. So I've been telling everybody I hope Amil wins. I really, really do hope he goes out there and gets the win. But I really do think William Gomis is going to go out there and win. I feel very, very good about him. More than 2-1. And he's going to be my second most confident pick of the card. I'm going to go 70%. I feel more confident than the betting odds have William Gomis here. Again, I am hoping Amil goes out there and pulls off the upset. But I just don't think it's going to happen. Let's put them in order of most confident to least confident. Now we got John Castaneda as the number 3 most confident pick of the card, and then Luana Carolina after that. So this is what we got so far. Number 1 and number 2, Kape Mariscal and William Gomis. Then we got John Castaneda, followed by Danny Barlow. Then our close fights, we got Luana Carolina, Andrea Lee, Lucas Almeida, and Charles Johnson. Then another big favorite, Mario Pinto here in the heavyweight division. He's a pretty big favorite to go out there and win at minus 400 averaged odds in the heavyweight division. I'm literally feeling a little bit better in John Castaneda. I'm feeling a 60%, 68, 69 on Mario Pinto. Not super confident. It's a debut, and he's unproven against higher level competition. So I'm going to go 69% for Mario Pinto. I'm really feeling better in William Gomis than I am with Mario Pinto. I'll be straight up with you guys. Esteban Ribovics, definitely less than 2-1 confidence. Everyone is really, really confident in Esteban Ribovics to go out there and get the win. He's at minus 250. I'm feeling 64, 65%, somewhere around that range. I am feeling a little bit better than I am with Danny Barlow, so I'm going to go 65%. There we go. For Esteban Ribovics to go out there and get the win. So I'm not feeling as confident in Esteban than the betting odds have him. Cody Brundage, another underdog pick. Ladies and gentlemen, my most confident underdog pick of the card at 56%. I'm feeling weirdly good about Cody Brundage to go out there and get the win. He's a better wrestler. Striking power is the same between the two. Both of their chins aren't amazing. But again, he's got the wrestling to fall back on whenever he really needs to. So I don't know. I feel weirdly good about Cody Brundage as my most confident underdog of this UFC fight card. Manel Kape, the last one of this fight card. Feeling more confident in Manel than I am with Mario Pinto. William Gomis, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more confident, but less than Kape Mariscal. So I'm going to go 72%. I'm feeling weirdly really, really good on Manel Kape right there. I'm going to go 72%. In the UFC flyweight division. So my most confident picks are going to be these three right here. Kape Mariscal, Manel Kape, and William Gomis. My almost confident picks are going to be Mario Pinto, John Castaneda, Esteban Ribovics, and Danny Barlow. Then the really, really close fights that could honestly go either way. There's not really any confidence there for me. Is going to be Luana Carolina, Cody Brundage, Andrea Lee, Lucas Almeida, and Charles Johnson. These are the percentage chance that I think every single fighter is going to go out there and win on this UFC Fight Night. Kape versus Almabaev. Of course, make sure to go down and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out that pinned comment down below. Again, we get all the bets that I am making, money line, prop bets, parlays, and we are on a 4-fight profit streak in a row. 4 weeks in a row, we have profited on the UFC. We have a full ranking system for every fighter in the UFC. We have access to, for you guys to actually contact yourselves, UFC fighters, if you want to ask them questions, you can do so with this membership. What are the other membership? We have a prospect list for the best fighters outside of the UFC. We have the fighters that should be cut from the UFC list as well. And there's one more that I'm forgetting about, but go check it out. There's like perks and perks on perks and perks for becoming a channel member. So go check it out, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.